I have said that we should ban surveillance cameras because first they violate our Fourth Amendment rights because a student of our very own Prairie Point was forced to delete a video he took in the school. This is important because they take videos of students without consulting them. Are they forced to delete it? No. So why should we if they don't? The same student that took the video had to delete it because a staff member was looking through his phone. Does a staff member have the right to do so? The Fourth Amendment states the people shall be secured against unreasonable searches and seizures, but that didn't faze a staff member. They still looked through his phone and forced him to delete it when the student didn't want to. Our second reason why surveillance cameras should be banned is the fact that cell phones are not allowed in the classroom illustrates that there can't be any surveillance cameras in classrooms either. If the teachers can have them, then why can't we? Teachers are always trying to get us to abide by the rules, so they too should have to abide by the rules. And like we said before, the Prairie Point Handbook states students are never allowed to use cell phones, cell phone cameras, or any type of recording or picture-taking device in the locker room area during the school day or before and after school. The student that had the video never took the video in the locker room or even thought about it, but the administration still made the student delete the video. The student did not have to delete it, but he was forced to. The student's video wasn't inappropriate, but the staff made him take it off his phone because of the fact that it was taken in the school. But don't teachers take videos in the school? As long as you're in the building, everybody should be following the rules, whether it's students or teachers. Also, the surveillance cameras cost a lot of money and can be used for better things than dust collectors. And according to a Point office member, the school only checks the cameras when they know something happened. If they are never informed, that student could be off the hook just like that, which means that bullying could increase, and that doesn't seem like right. And not to mention that they also give students a false sense of security because they can't prevent anything. They're just cameras. They aren't going to jump off the wall and help you. So what's the point of spending money on them? They also make the students feel like there's trust issues between staff and students because the students feel like the teachers need to have an eye on them all day during school. But do they really? If a student's doing what they should be doing, then what's the point of the cameras? They're not needed. But if a student isn't doing what they should be doing, then take this for an example. If a camera's behind you, you can turn your brightness down on your computer and they won't see anything you're doing. But if a teacher's behind you, then you can do anything. Teachers are more effective than cameras and they always will be. We would also like to state that the cameras cannot prevent violence when it's happening. Isn't that terrifying knowing that someone can come up to you and do something without getting caught? According to Prairie Point Middle School administrator, the staff only checks the cameras when they know something happened. This is significant because if there's a problem between two students and the teachers were never informed, then that student most likely won't get caught. Neil Conan states that the staff is only allowed to put cameras in certain locations. This is important because the student that has been doing bad things go to where there isn't cameras and do the same thing they have been doing. So what's the point of having the cameras? Also, based on my research on surveillance in schools, Ottumwa High School in Iowa is one of the many schools that install cameras in the hallways, classrooms, cafeterias, buses, and the gymnasiums. What about the places that staff can't put the cameras? Nobody knows what's going on there, whether it's good or bad. If there's something bad going on there, then the teachers wouldn't know about it, which can increase bullying. It will increase bullying because if bullies realize they pick on kids without getting caught, they will most likely keep doing it. Imagine if you were that kid. Would you want to suffer that much without change? Furthermore, what is the point of spending up to $2,000 if the surveillance is not preventing violence when it's happening? It's terrible knowing that they're spending this much money on something that doesn't do its job. The cameras aren't catching anybody, the students and the staff members are. The school can spend that money on other useful items, but they aren't. Our team has plenty of ideas on what Prairie Point should be spending their money on, but if they want to waste it on useless surveillance, then that's their own fault.
Security cameras are a violation of privacy, but I disagree. Security cameras protect students and they can make schools safer because they capture what takes place in the hallways and out when there is not enough teachers there to watch everyone. The footage that cameras tape can only be seen by school officials. Think about it. Are teachers allowed to just walk into the office to watch what took place in the hallways? No, students can't. Additionally, schools can determine how long the security footage lasts. So depending on what the school says or the state says about the mandated footage recording, a student may only be on camera for as little as 48 hours. There is cameras at stores, restaurants, and over stoplights, so why does it make a difference if it's in our school? It's a public place, so therefore students and other people's privacy is not violated by security cameras. They also say how security cameras are costly, but I disagree. Security cameras are worth the expense because they protect students and prevent bullying. According to Richard Davis, not only do school security cameras help you maintain safety around your campus, they also do discourage misbehavior. Conspicuously placed school surveillance have been shown to reduce threats of violence and vandalism drastically. This is significant because they are costly and it will ensure It will ensure safely, and it will prevent bullying and violence throughout the whole school. When the schools think about putting cameras in, they shouldn't have to worry about how much it costs if it will protect students and their safety. In my opinion, since bullying is a big deal in today's world, schools should spend whatever it takes to stop the bullying by leaving the cameras in schools. Since it will prevent the bullying. Parents, are you willing to pay a couple extra dollars to keep your kids safe and make the school more safe? I'm sure all parents would be willing for their kids' safety and to protect the school. Therefore, security cameras are necessary for schools.
My teammates and I have said that we should continue to use security cameras. Surveillance cameras are present in many public places and are used to survey the area in which the camera is placed. These cameras are in places that people's faces, cars, etc. are viewed by other people every single day. So why not keep them where they are? Security cameras reduce bullying, impede vandalism and theft, and prevent school shootings. Cameras can also take the place of staff members as well. Surveillance cameras reduce bullying. Cameras have the capability of catching kids at school who are treating others disrespectfully. Bullying has always been a major problem in schools, and we think keeping the security cameras could help lower the amount of suicides, diagnosed depressions, and they could increase the amount of kids who come to school. It has been shown that children who are bullied do not want to come to school because they want to stay away from their bullies. They also feel targeted. Keeping security cameras will help with bullying in schools and make people feel more safe. Kids have admitted to being more cautious around cameras, so with surveillance cameras present in school buildings, kids will become more aware of their actions. Security cameras also prevent vandalism and theft on school grounds. Security cameras are very useful and are a very important asset when it comes to lowering crime rates. With their help, we can catch those who commit crimes faster and easier. In the United Kingdom in 2000, approximately 1/3 of school arson fires occurred during school hours when students were present, a significant proportional increase since 1990. This is extremely important because if 1/3 of school arson fires occurred during school hours, using security cameras, we could possibly prevent that or figure out who was responsible for that crime. Also, 2.8% of students ages 12 to 18 reported that they were victims of theft in 2008 to 2009. It is extremely important to own security cameras in hallways to play back crimes that have happened. Have you ever lost something and had a mini heart attack? Not all people can remember where they saw their belongings, but with cameras, it would be easier to look back at footage and see when and where their items or item went missing. Security cameras are also helping prevent school shootings. Without cameras, we might have never found people responsible for killing 32 innocent children and adults at Sandy Hook Elementary. After the massacre at Columbine High School, the school administrators took extreme safety precautions to prevent any possible chance of a shooting happening again. There's on average one school shooting a week. That's around 52 school shootings in a year. With the surveillance cameras, the school can identify who enters their school and who exits. That helps keep track of who is in the building, what they bring into the building, and why they are there. Have you ever come to school late, pressed a buzzer, and a nice lady answers you, asking what your name is and why you're coming to the school? That is to prevent any possible danger from accessing the school. Families deserve to feel safe sending their children to school every single day. Since technology is present in our generation, it has made our daily lives easier. Security cameras and their abilities are much stronger than staff members roaming hallways. We're all humans and misinterpret things or misinformation a lot of the time. So using surveillance cameras, it is more accurate. Also, with personal experience in the mornings where students may still stay until the bell rings, there are many staff monitoring the area, which makes it even more crowded and possible for theft, vandalism, or bullying to arise. Along with that, if a staff member was to tell kids to quit shoving others to leave first for class, students never really seem to listen to them. So with video proof, we can become more accurate and give consequences a lot easier. There would be less room for errors. We can also replace the crowded hallways and allow more space for students. With security cameras, we can lessen the amount of staff members and become more exact with our data. In all honesty, security cameras are a necessity and aid us for many apparent reasons. Surveillance cameras reduce bullying, impede vandalism and theft, and prevent school shootings. Now tell me, is the privacy of your child worth more than their life, or in this case, who is responsible for taking it?
Say that surveillance cameras in schools prevent bullying, and maybe they do, but there are more ways to stop bullying than just using surveillance cameras. If teachers at school could be trusted by the student, maybe the student would ask for help without being caught by the bully. And asking for help is completely free, no charge at all. Because if Point really cared, not one staff member would have a problem helping the student who is in trouble. And plus, the teacher or the student that is being bullied could tell the teacher something that actually did happen, but the cameras didn't catch. Therefore, surveillance cameras aren't the only way to stop bullying. My opponent may say if students are doing what they should be doing, they don't have to worry about a camera watching them. So what's the big deal of having cameras around? But I don't think Prairie Point should have cameras because if students are doing what they should, then there's no point of having cameras. Therefore, I don't think Prairie Point should have surveillance cameras because if everyone is doing what they're doing, why should we waste precious money on cameras we don't use? My opponent may say that surveillance cameras are cheap and that Prairie Point should have them just in case someone got in a fight and needed to be investigated. But I disagree. Surveillance cameras are in fact the opposite of cheap. Because according to my research, to purchase and install 2 surveillance cameras in a school can be up to $20,000. And Prairie Point has more than 2 cameras. $20,000 for a couple of cameras seems a little excessive to me. And according to my research, for one college student, it costs around $1,100 for books and other supplies a year. So why aren't all schools around the country giving up cameras and maybe helping out students that maybe can't afford supplies or school supplies? Therefore, I feel like instead of buying thousands and thousands of dollars on cameras, we should be helping the students who need it.